We welcome the Honorable Governor to the dais. We welcome the CMK ready to the dais. We welcome the Deputy to the dais. We welcome our respected Secretary to the Honorable Governor to the dais. Ladies and gentlemen, we request you to rise up for the national anthem, followed by Tamil News. You should kindly take your respective seats. Thank you. We now humbly request the Honorable Governor to light the traditional lamp, the Kuttuvalikku. We welcome Dr. C.M.K. Reddy, President All India Telugu Federation, to light the traditional lamp. We welcome Dr. Betty Reddy, Sri Kalasudha Association, to light the traditional lamp. We welcome Srimati Padma Devadas to light the traditional lamp, the Kuttuvalikku. We welcome the Secretary to the Honorable Governor to light the traditional lamp, the Kuttuvalikku. Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, we now request the Secretary to the Honorable Governor to deliver the welcome address.
Good evening, everybody. The state Telangana was created on 2nd June 2014 from the northwestern part of the United Andhra Pradesh and is the 11th largest state and 12th most populated state in India. The state has emerged as a major focal point for information technology companies, industry and services sector. It is also the center of many Indian defense, aerospace and research labs. Today we are participating here to commemorate and celebrate the Telangana State Formation Day. These celebrations are aimed to foster greater cooperation, interaction and strengthen our national integrity. It is my privilege and honor to extend a hearty welcome to our Honorable Governor of Tamil Nadu for this event. I would like to extend a warm welcome to Dr. C.M.K. Reddy, President of All India Telugu Federation. I also extend a warm welcome to Dr. Thanthi Reddy, President Sri Kalasudha Telugu Association. I welcome the members of All India Telugu Federation and Sri Kalasudha Telugu Association for this grand occasion. I also welcome all our other dignitaries and special invitees. I welcome the students from various universities and education institutions. I also welcome the cultural artists from South Zone Cultural Center. Besides, I extend a hearty welcome to our friends from press and media and the officials and staff of Rajpur.
Thank you, sir. We now humbly request our dignitaries to address the gathering. We welcome Dr. C.M.K. Reddy, President of All India Telugu Federation, to address the gathering.
Honorable Governor, Principal Secretary, reputed Kumar, my good friend, Mr. Srinivas. The Telangana Formation Day also is a new Andhra Formation Day. That is divided. It can be taken as an Andhra Formation Day also. That's why we are all interested in this day, and we really congratulate the Honorable Governor for this step of respecting the neighboring states, their culture, their language. And this is in tune with the Ek Bharat, Shrestha Bharat of Honorable Prime Minister Modi. Jagadaika Kutumbam. All entire world is one family. That is the concept in which our Honorable Prime Minister is working. This is part of it. So we are very happy, sir, to be here. And in fact, last November, I think Honorable Governor arranged a meeting of about 15 to 20 state representatives and honored all the important leaders from those states. This is something extraordinary which we have never witnessed in Tamil Nadu, Raj Bhavan till then. So that is another important event I remember. Sir, when the AP divided, we must bring to your kind notice that the people living outside Telugu state, for example Tamil Nadu, we have become orphans because we don't know whom to complain if we have a problem here, which state we should complain. Because both of them are not, they are disowning us. But fortunately, Andhra Pradesh being sharing the border with the Tamil Nadu, we are more depending on the Andhra Pradesh government to take our issues seriously. And I am sure they are taking also. And we are very fortunate to have a very dynamic IPS officer as our governor. You know, when he was in CBI, he led a crusade against the corruption, criminal gangs and mining mafia. And when he was in IB, security advisor to the government of India, he worked to root out the border terrorism, insurgency and violence in Jammu Kashmir. Of course, then he became governor of Nagaland, then Meghalaya and then now Tamil Nadu. Sir, now you all realize, those who have seen the style of functioning of the government, most of the governments functionary is now working not with GOs but with the COs. CO means court order. Everything we have to go to the court to get justice. That is how the governments are functioning. I can give you a striking example. The Constitution gives a special privilege to the minorities, both linguistic as well as religious. But Tamil Nadu government taken a serious step to eliminate all the linguistic minorities from the school syllabus, which is totally unconstitutional. Unfortunately, we couldn't get justice in High Court. We had to approach the Honorable Supreme Court. Finally, they agreed. They said you have a right, nobody can interfere with your minority rights, and directed the Tamil Nadu government to see that their mother tongue is taught along with Tamil in the entire schools of Tamil Nadu. So why do we have to go to don't they know the constitutional provisions? Why do we have to go to Supreme Court to get justice? So this is only an example I am giving. This is style of functioning. And the Honorable Governor is very sensitive to any irregularities with the government, whether it is Vice Chancellors or Service Commission or functioning universities, whatever it is. And the present politicians, when they get elected, they think they are above Constitution. They can do anything they want. This is what our Honorable Governor doesn't publish. He says everybody must come below the Constitution. Everybody must follow the rules. And whenever Honorable Governor hesitates to give an assent to any unconstitutional or irregular rule, they make it a political issue. They make it a political issue and then create a problem. But he has a responsibility to save the Constitution, and he is the custodian of the state, entire state. You know, all the GOs are issued under the name of the, if you see the underline, you see all GOs are issued by order of the Governor of Tamil Nadu. So he has a responsibility to see that the minority rights, all rights are protected. And other very ironical thing is, they put the name as Dravida in their names, but they don't respect the other Dravidian languages except Tamil. What we say is respect everybody equally. We have nothing against Tamil at all. We love Tamil, we love Tamil culture, but we also like to learn our mother tongue. This is what we have been asking for. And finally, he has a great respect to Tamil culture. Thiruvalluvar, or even the Vallavar, even that gate is named as Vallalar Gate. So he has a great respect to Tamil culture, because even though he may be from other state, that doesn't matter, but he has great respect. And then the concept of Honorable Prime Minister, he is fully imbibed in his actions. My speech will be incomplete unless I say a few words about Honorable Prime Minister. My dear friends, you all know what happened in the last 10 years, how the India has progressed. In fact, when I was traveling, one of my co-passengers was telling me, 10 years ago when he visited other countries, what respect they received in other countries, and now, when you receive now, what kind of respect they are giving now to Indian citizens is totally different. That means he has built up the image of India to the level that all countries respect Indian citizens, and nearly about 100 countries in the world said that you don't require a visa to go to their countries from India. This is something phenomenal. Unless they have a great respect to the Indian culture, the way of functioning, they will not allow this to happen. And so many things, I can go on the whole day, I can talk about the performance of Honorable Prime Minister, but one thing I can tell you, he has converted the country of scams into a nation of schemes. That is all I can say in short. And the climax is to become the leader of the G20, which is something extraordinary for any Indian Prime Minister to get. So this is all the performance, and we really want his leadership for some more time, and I am sure the wisdom of the Indian population will prevail upon during the election. See that we get back the same government back to the power. And once again, I am very grateful for the Honorable Governor for giving us this opportunity. Respecting the culture, language of the other language is something extraordinary, and this is something we all appreciate, sir. And once again, we as linguistic minorities fall back on the office of the Governor to protect our minority rights whenever they are interfered with the government. Once again, thank you for the opportunity and wish you all the best. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. We now welcome Dr. Adithanar Srinivas, President of Sri Kalasudha Association, to address the gathering.
సభా సరస్వతికి నమస్కారం. ఈ రోజున తెలంగాణ రాష్ట్రం ఏర్పడి 10 సంవత్సరాలు నిండిన సందర్భంగా ఇక్కడ ఈ రోజున మన తెలుగు వాళ్ళందరినీ పిలిచి అభినందనలు చెప్పడం అనేది క్రెడిట్ గోస్ టు హిజ్ ఎక్సలెన్సీ ఆర్ఎన్ రవి గారికి. థ్యాంక్ యూ వెరీ మచ్. ఏ దేశం ఎగినా ఎందు కాలిడినా పొగడరా నీ తల్లి భూమి భారతిని, పొగడరా నీ జాతి నిండు గౌరవము అని అన్నారు కవి. మనం ఇక్కడ ప్రవాసాంధ్రుల్లాగా ఇక్కడ తమిళనాడుకు వచ్చి ఎన్నో ఏళ్ళగా స్థిరపడి ఉన్నాము. తెలంగాణ నుంచి అయితేనేమి, అదే హైదరాబాద్ నుంచి, వివిధ ఆంధ్రప్రదేశ్లో వివిధ జిల్లాల నుంచి అందరూ వచ్చి ఉన్నాము. ఇక్కడ ఎన్నో సంవత్సరాలుగా, దశాబ్దాలుగా ఇక్కడ అందరూ కలిసిమెలిసి ఉండేవాళ్ళం. బట్ ఈ రోజున స్టేట్ రెండుగా విడిపోయింది. కరెక్ట్గా 10 సంవత్సరాల ముందు ఇలా జరిగింది. లాస్ట్ ఇయర్ నుంచి ఇక్కడ తెలంగాణ ఆవిర్భావ దినోత్సవం 10 సంవత్సరాల్లో అడుగుపెట్టిన సందర్భంగా ఇదే దర్బార్ హాల్లో ఇక్కడ హిజ్ ఎక్సలెన్సీ గవర్నర్, తమిళనాడు గవర్నర్ ఆర్ఎన్ రవి గారు మనందరినీ ఉద్దేశించి శుభాకాంక్షలు తెలుపున్నారు. మరలా ఇప్పుడు 10 ఇయర్స్ రేపటితోటి నిండుకుంటాయి. బట్ ఒకరోజు ముందుగానే ఇక్కడ జరుపుతున్నాము మనం. సో ఆంధ్రప్రదేశ్, అదే తెలంగాణలో హైదరాబాద్లో రేపు తమిళనాడు, అదే తెలంగాణ ఉత్సవాలు జరుగుతున్నాయి. దానికి ముందుగా మన తమిళనాడులో ఉన్న తెలుగు వారందరికీ శుభాకాంక్షలు కళాసుధా తెలుగు అసోసియేషన్ తెలుపుకుంటూ సెలవు తీసుకుంటున్నాను. జై తెలుగు తల్లి.
Thank you, sir. Now the association members will felicitate the Honorable Governor on behalf of Kalasudha Association, Dr. Adithanar Srinivas Garu, Thiru Chengaya and Tirumati Padma Devadas will felicitate the Honorable Governor. That's a cozy Pashmina shawl showing the cozy relationship of the people of Tamil Nadu and Telangana. A memento and a Shivlinga is being presented to the Honorable Governor. Thank you, sir. Now, on behalf of Dr. C.M.K. Reddy, Dr. C.M. Kishore, Dr. R. Nandagopal, Dr. N. Nagabhushanam will felicitate the Honorable Governor. Thank you, sir. Thank you so much. Thank you all. Thank you. Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, we now humbly request the Honorable Governor to felicitate the association members. The Honorable Governor will now felicitate Dr. C.M.K. Reddy, President, All India Telugu Federation. Good round of applause today. It's a celebration. So it shouldn't be very quiet. It should be resonating with your claps. Thank you, sir. We now request the Honorable Governor to felicitate Dr. Betty Reddy Srinivas, President of Sri Kalasudha Association. Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. We now humbly request the Honorable Governor to address the gathering.
Dr. C.M.K. Reddy, President All India Telugu Federation, Dr. Betty Reddy Srinivas, President Sri Kalasudha Telugu Association, Thiru Kirloch Kumar, Secretary to Governor, all the esteemed invitees, distinguished guests, on this occasion of Telangana Foundation Day, on the eve of it, I extend my warmest greetings and best wishes to all my brothers and sisters, wherever they are, with the roots in the Telugu culture. We know Telangana is the youngest state. Just about a decade ago it was formed. And Dr. C.M.K. Reddy said that now he doesn't know who to approach in case they have a problem, whether Andhra or Telangana. He also mentioned about the fact that he has some problems for which he means the Telugu people, they had to go to the courts for seeking relief. What he called is getting the minority rights protected. Now, this concept of majority, minority, concept of each community living and trying to be exclusive to the others. Now, this is all a post-British after independence phenomenon. This country, Bharat, even during the British time, and of course for thousands of years, there was no restriction or any kind of constraint on people moving from one part of the country to the other. Not only for pilgrimage, but also for settling down, making a new home for themselves. Our whole country is an example. If you look at Tamil Nadu, we have almost about 34 to 35% of people of Tamil Nadu who are essentially whose mother tongue is not Tamil, though they have adopted Tamil very, very lovingly and intimately. They can be called today as a linguistic minority. You have Telugu speaking people, you have Kannadiga speaking people, Malayalam is speaking, Hindi is speaking, several other, Punjabi is speaking, many other languages, Marathi is speaking, Gujarati is speaking, and they are in large number. So this is not only in Tamil Nadu. Go to any part of this country, you will find people from all over. You will find people from
almost every part of the country living, making that area as the home at some point of time in the past. We all lived as a family. We all lived as a parivar, a kutumbam. But what happened after independence, we set on a journey, political and administrative journey, whereby we started creating divisions and subdivisions. New states started emerging. Take the case of Telangana itself. Where was it before 2014? It was a part of Andhra. Where it was before 1956? It was a part of Madras state. And during the British time, Madras presidency. So we see new states are created out of this one magnificent country, Bharat. They are created for administrative convenience and good governance, to deliver the services to our people, because this is a large country with a stunning diversity in language, costumes, cuisines, cultures. We have so much of geography. No country in the world can boast or can claim to have even fraction of diversity that our country has. And yet, this whole country lived as one family. People from, we know that for pilgrimage, how people from one end to the other used to move. And the places of pilgrimage, though they might belong to an area where people speak different language, their eating habit could be different, there could be different ruler, but yet all those places did not belong to those rulers. These places, these are cultural and spiritual institutions, belong to the whole Bharat. People from any part of the country had a right to come and worship there, visit and do whatever rites and rituals they were supposed to do. The local ruler was a guardian, a custodian. His duty was to upkeep of the place. We know that the Kashi, where people from all over the country were going. Kashi did not belong to Kashi Naresh, Kashi king. Kashi king was a custodian. Similarly, we know about Rameshwaram. The local king was called Setupati, guardian of the Setu, Ram Setu. Rameshwaram Tirtham did not belong to him. He was to maintain it, to see that the visitors coming, the pilgrims coming from all over the country, all over Bharat, they do not have any problem. They come and perform their rites and rituals and safely go. So this was our country, Bharat. But then after independence, we started becoming inward looking, getting divided and subdivided. Even if you look in the terms of provinces, at the time of independence there were only 15 provinces. We have almost double of it today. There will be more provinces, nothing wrong in it. Because for administrative convenience and good governance, it is necessary that the unit of administration is manageable, where the people have better access to the government and governance. So it will happen. It has happened and it will continue happening in future. But then, this developing a exclusivity, a mindset that I am so and so, I am so and so, you are so and so, this is the problem. And that is, look at this, it's not only it has happened, not only with respect to people in terms of a state, defined, people are being defined in terms of a states. But even If you look at the social identity, in 1950-51, the first list, the number of castes, the number of tribes that Bharat had, today it has multiplied several times. New and new castes, new and new tribes have been coming up. Why? Because we went the wrong way. Without understanding this Bharat as a family, as a kudumbam, as a parivar, we started looking each member of the family as a separate entity. If you look at the differences, I know here are people of Telugu Association, different Telugu cultural association, federation. We are all different individually if you look at. But there is something that binds us together. And there is something larger than this that binds the whole country, the whole Bharat. This division and subdivision, to say, Dr. C.M.K. Reddy says that here in minority institutions they were not allowed to teach their languages, mother tongue. Now this is not Bharat. This is not. Anyone who does it is certainly against the very idea of Bharat. This is not acceptable. And that is what our constitution guarantees, that no, howsoever small minority is, linguistic minority, they have a right to learn and perpetuate their mother tongue. And it must be respected. And that is what we have been. But this politics of division and subdivision, even here, it was not so before. After all, if it were so, how could you have such a large number of people from Maharashtra being here, Marathi being there, Gujarati being here? Of course, Telugu have been there for hundreds and hundreds of years. But now they call themselves, they feel that they are migrants. And that is the question that I asked them. When did you migrate? Oh sir, about maybe 200, 300 years ago. I say, if 200, 300 years you migrated, you call it yourself a migrant. This notion of being a migrant in one own country, this is because of the politics of division and subdivision, each one looking inward. This is not. And this is what weakened the country. You know, the previous speaker mentioned about when you used to go abroad, how people used to look at Indians. Today when you go, the weight of the Indian passport. Why? This weight of the Indian passport, we are the same country, same people. But the way the world looks at us today is not the same way as they looked at us before. Because they know that today India is united. It is Vare Bharatam, Unnat Bharatam, Ek Bharat, Shrestha Bharat. This is the whole, and that is why all the policies of the Prime Minister in the last 10 years has been absolutely non-discriminate. No caste, no creed, no linguistic discrimination, no religious discrimination. If health access has to be given, it must reach every citizen of India, irrespective of language, caste, religion, region, whatever it is. Access to health, access to education, access to drinking water, access to electricity, access to education, access to cooking gas. We cannot distinguish between two members of the same family. We are a family. This kutumba bhava, this sense that this country is a family and I am a member of the family, and as a head of the family, it is my responsibility, in the sense the Prime Minister, to see that my entire family is happy without any discrimination. And this has unleashed the power of India. You know, at the time of independence, despite all the exploitation by the British, we know till about 18th century, we were the number one economy in the world. We were the largest economy till the British colonized us. Not for 100 years, 200 years. Right from the first century till the beginning of 19th century, India was the largest economy. Go and check the Google on the internet, you will get the report. The world economy, the millennial perspective. It gives you year by, and every century, first century, second century, third century, on all till 19th century it gives you economy of the world, and you see India is at the top. Colonization exploited, and we became the 6th economy in the world. But look at by the time, in the next 60 years or so, 60, 65 years, by 2014 we became the 11th economy. This 11th, further fall. It is the result of this division and subdivision. That is, strength lies in unity. Division weakens us. And now we are today the 5th largest economy in the world. We are the fastest growing economy in the world. We might have seen the news report that now the GDP growth is about 8% plus. No country in the world can come anywhere close to this pace of growth. In every field we see the difference. Not only in the infrastructure, but also the enterprise. If you see the number of startups, from a few hundred, hardly less than 400 today, we are over 125,000 startups. Other day, only 2 days back, we read in the newspaper how our young minds, young engineers, they launched Agnikul rocket. A new technology, complete engine, manufactured through 3D process, and a new model, far more economic model than all the models that existed today. Till today, these young people have created. This is the talent, this is the strength of Bharat. And this comes with unity. And in this unity, we must celebrate the diversity. The fact is that we are proud of our numerous diversities. All linguistic, cultural, diversity in cuisine, costume, every language. Look at the Telugu language. Telugu people, Telugu speaking people. They have enriched this country, Bharat, to an enormous strength, be in the field of literature, be in the field of art, music, drama, science, technology, even in the national freedom movement, they played a very, very leading role. And even after the British left, they have contributed enormously to building this nation. We must celebrate this diversity. Every region of this country has unique geography, and it's unique. It has unique attraction for people to visit and see. We must be proud of our heritage. We must be proud of our present, and so that we confidently march into the future. When we talk about here, the contribution to art and music, how can we forget Tyagaraja? Carnatic music, the trinity of Carnatic music, Tyagaraja, who composed is all in Telugu. We are all proud of it. We don't call him that we don't bracket him in a one particular silo. We take him as a great saint who enriched, but who came from that linguistic background. But he was a great asset of this country, Bharat. People like him who made it, be in the field of science and technology even today. We see the enterprise of Telugu people in the field of industry, in the field of IT industry, every field. Telugu people have been sowing their enterprise wherever they are. And the country is proud of them. This this event, a statehood celebration, again the brainchild of our Prime Minister, is essentially to weaken the trend that has been set in for the over 6.5 decades, that we all look into our inward, we are so and so. When we say this Bharat, we must celebrate the beauty, the diversity that exists in every part of Bharat. And this celebration must be by the whole family, not by only Telugu people or only people of, let us say, today Telangana. 2 days back we had celebrated here Goa and Sikkim. Every part of our country is unique. And we must celebrate that. And in that celebration, the entire country must join hands. And so on this occasion, I would like my Telugu brothers and sisters, wherever they are, to know that we in Chennai sitting here, we are celebrating them. This is to strengthen our bonding. This is to rediscover Bharat. The Bharat we had through colonial period and exploitation by the foreigners, and subsequently through misgovernance or governance through wrong direction. The sense of Bharat which was weakened, we are strengthening this. And I thank you all for making it happen, coming over here, participating in it. I wish you all and others, those who are not present here, wherever they are in the world, I wish them all the very best. Thank you very much. Jai Bharat. Jai Hind.
Thank you, sir. How can Telangana Statehood Day go without celebration? So we request the Honorable Governor, the dignitaries and the Secretary, sir, to witness Ugudelu, the cultural extravaganza from Telangana. Ugudelu, Telangana's very own folk art form, which includes singing ballads in praise of Lord Shiva. The vibrant costumes and acrobatic stunt will leave the audience cheering and asking for more. So presenting before you is Ugudelu, the very own heart of Telangana, presented by South Zone Cultural Center. Ladies and gentlemen, presenting before you is Oggudelu, the cultural melange of Telangana. Ladies and gentlemen, we now humbly request the Honorable Governor to felicitate the team Lee along with his team, Kunta Sadhaya, for the wonderful Ogudelu performance. A good round of applause. Ladies and gentlemen, we would like to inform you that these artists are not from Chennai. They have come all the way from Telangana for the performance, and we thank South Zone Cultural Center for organizing this wonderful performance. Thank you, sir. Thank you. Thank you. Good round of applause. What a performance. National anthem. Settle. Ladies and gentlemen, we humbly request all of you to rise up for the national anthem.